Good morning, students, everyone. So today I'll be doing the revision class of computer chapter 1 because in the next you will not be getting classes, you will be getting exam. And for that reason, I thought of doing revision classes. Your chapter 1 will be the syllabus for first and second unit test. Okay. And there will be total 25 marks examination will be there. Extra questions won't come in exam. No need to study the inside questions, textual questions, and the answers you need to study. Study the fill in the blanks, pick the correct answer, and also define the term, answer the questions you study. Okay. Then for the revision, take out page number 2 and let's get started with the revision part. So first, you see what is the name of the chapter is the computer memory and the storage devices. In this chapter, we will learn about the different types of the computer parts which are mentioned in the book and also you can see, okay, in the computer. There are different parts of the computer, okay, which help us to take control over the computer, and a computer performs various operations such as the input, output, processing, and so on. With the various hardware and the so on. All these devices are connected to the CPU. Okay. Those devices which are not the part of the computer are called computer peripherals. Okay. Now, computer peripherals are also an extra, you can think the extra things like, for example, speaker. Somebody don't like the sound of the laptop or the does not have the sound of the desktop. They are buying the big speakers. Okay. They're buying the big speakers. In that case, it is a computer peripheral, which is an extra thing, accessories it is told. Okay. There are different kinds of the computer peripherals are there, which you can see in the page number 2 itself. You can check here. Like for example, monitor itself is there. Monitor is directly connected with the CPU. Then you can see the scanner. Okay. Joystick is there. Okay. Then also you can check the different kinds of, you can name itself what are the devices. On self you can name this is what speakers are there. Okay. Then cameras are there. Yes. So different kinds of devices are there. And you can also see the video cam. Yes. Then you can see the mouse here. Okay. So different kind of devices which you can see here. Then next we will study about the memory. There in the computer memory has the storage capacity also. In computer, we have got the storage capacity, which is known as a memory. The memory enables the computer to store the data, and also it gives the instruction to the computer about the how to do and what to do. Okay. So data also can be described as set of the information through which the computer is being run and want to work. Okay. Instructions, if you say, it is a described a command which is instruct the computer to the work on the given below. For example, you see that if you want the computer to give some instruction, like what instruction you want, play music, okay, play games. This instruction may help you in order to operate the computer or take control over the computer. So students, what I'm saying is that memories, okay, about the computer memory, if you say data I have explained you, then instruction I have explained, then information I will say. Information can be described as a result or the output which is given by the computer. What is information? It is a result or the output which is given by the computer. Like for example, you are searching something in the internet. Say girls are searching about the Barbie doll and the boys are searching about the Iron Man. Okay. So what you are trying to get is the information about it. Yes. So you understood this term. Now next you are going to learn about the binary digits. In the computer is run only with the help of 0 and 1. The computer can understand only the language of the 0 and 1 digit. Two digits only can understand, that is 0 and 1. So the computer works only with the two digits, that is 0 and what it is written, and these digits are known as a binary digits or the bits. The bits are also known as a smallest unit or the smallest information. Okay, a computer language which can be represented by the bits is known as a binary language. What does it mean? Is that you see, you are going to learn, this is a basic thing you are going to learn about the computer. When you will reach in class 9 or class 8, that time you will know how to use or how to do the web designing. Also, the computer language you will know. Okay, that is the binary language and the binary codes you will learn. Okay, which is a very interesting. So in here, it is just introduction. A computer language which can be represented by the bits is known as a binary language. 8 bits is equal to 1 byte. Okay, and is denoted by the B. For example, you may have often seen your father's or mother mobile phone or the mobile phone which you are using for the doing video classes. In the app of the mobile phone, okay, in the app of the mobile phone, you see that there is written B, MB, it will be written 1, B, MB, okay. Then it is about that how much unit it is taking, how much data you are going on, okay. That is how it operates. So 8 bits is equal to 1 byte and denoted by the B. The memory unit is represented by this. And students, in the future also, maybe the other teachers also will ask about it. You need to learn this table, okay? You need to learn this table. This you need to remember. This is a very easy table, right? You need to learn this table, okay? You need to learn this table, okay? In this table, you need to learn. Then we will take in the next page. The types of the memory we will take. Okay, in the types of the memory, we'll get the primary memory, secondary memory. In the primary memory, there are two types of primary memory. One is that is primary memory, that is RAM and ROM. Okay, if we say about the RAM and ROM, when the computer system is on, okay, the CPU accesses the data in a random manner. So the CPU loads the working data onto the RAM from a permanent storage device. As the computer is off, the storage device and the instruction disappear from the RAM. This kind of temporary memory, which is loses its data after the power is off, is known as a volatile memory. Now you see, what is RAM? RAM is a temporary memory. Suppose I am doing the open this Zoom classes, no? Zoom I have opened. This will not store in the what called device. Internal devices will not store. It will store in the RAM. This is just a temporary memory. Suppose when the computer becomes on, that time RAM becomes on, and when computer becomes off, the RAMs become off. Then whatever, suppose you have taken a picture and you have saved in the what called one folder. It will it stay? Yes, it will stay. Okay. In after 10 days also, after 1 month also, after 1 month you will open, then also you will get. But in the RAM, if you don't save the folder, you will not get. It is just a volatile and it's just a temporary memory. Okay. Now, what is ROM? ROM is a memory that resides the motherboard. It can only read that. That is why it is known as a read-only memory. The data and the instruction which are stored into the ROM, even the computer system is switched off. This all the processes, this kind of information is known as a non-volatile memory. As I have told you, like for example, your pen drive is there. Okay, your pen drive will come in the which types of memory? Card reader is there. You know about the means that memory card, you right? In the computer, in your mobile phone, memory card will be there. Okay, that is a what kind of memory? That is a non-volatile memory. What is non-volatile memory? It is also known as a ROM, read-only memory. Okay, so in this memory, you can say what called, you can read it, you can edit it. Okay, there is a two types of means pen drive you can get, ROM pen drive and what called secondary memory, that is auxiliary memory you can also get. Next, we are going to study about the secondary memory. Okay, but before coming to know about the secondary memory, we should know about there are three kinds of ROM. Okay, that is programmable readable only memory, that is PROM, then EPROM, then EPROM. Okay, what is this full forms you need to learn. Okay, this full forms you need to learn. Okay, and the definition also you learn it properly, that the PROM, EPROM and EPROM. Okay, pick this one and learn it properly. Understood? So what is that? Nowadays, a writable and erasable ROM is available into the markets. Okay, programmable readable only memory allows us only to read the program without doing any kind of changes. The information cannot be changed after the recording. In the erasable programmable read-only memory, only the it can be erased with the help of the ultraviolet rays. And sometimes when it is erased with the help of the ultraviolet rays, the data can be become, or the memory card can become bad out. So this is the disadvantage. So in electrically erasable programmable read-only memory, that is EPROM, okay, the data can be erased using the electrical signals with the help of this ROM. Once electrical signals is received, and that is helping in order to erase the data which is present in the EPROM. Okay. Next, you will get about the secondary memory. In the secondary memory, the primary memory is the internal memory, but it has the limited storage capacity. However, secondary memory is the external memory, and it stores the program data, future referring and uses. It is also known as an auxiliary memory. So you see, in the primary memory is also known as internal memory, okay, which is stored, means it can be carried from one place to another. Okay, it works with the very differently from the primary memory. It is not only directly accessible by the computer or memory. So we will see that the secondary or the external has a much larger storage capacity. For example, in the previous explanation, I showed you the hard disks, pen drive. Yes, these all are what? Secondary memory, which help us to carry the information from one place to another. Okay. Now we are going to read about the hard disks. In hard disks, we will see it consists of the one or magnetic platters, okay, which are sealed inside a case. The hard disk is usually installed inside the computer system unit, so they are removable or external. Hard disks are also available. The hard disks can be stored a large amount of the data, such as 320 GB, 500 GB, 1 TB, or even more. You see, a pen drive cannot store a large amount of the data, but the hard disk can store a large amount of the data. And this data help us in order to get the information. The collections of the information, okay, is called the data. So CD-ROM, compact disc read-only memory. So in the CD-ROM consists of the tracks and the sectors as similar to the hard disk. A CD is inserted into the CD drive for using it. It has the storage capacity of 700 MB. You see, people before time we are using CD, okay? CD, DVD, this type of cassette you would be able to see. This type of cassette you would be able to see, okay? Maybe your father or mother has maybe in your home. Okay, this type of cassette, it is there in your home maybe. People were using this one, okay, before time in order to watch the films, listen the songs. Okay, in the DVD player was also there. So if you ask your father and mother, they will know it very properly. Okay, nowadays people are not using much. Then also it is available in the market. Okay, so in the CD drive there are, you can say CD. There are two main forms of CDs are available. CD are compact discs, that is recordable. The data or information once written can be erased. It only can be read. Means that is CDR is only for means record. You can, after recording, you cannot delete that one. It will stay permanently. Okay. And if you want to remove, then also, then what you have to do is that you have to break the thing. Okay. But people don't do it. CDRW is the compact disc rewritable. Okay. In compact disc rewritable, data or information can be erased and written on many times as required. How much time you want to write, you can write it down. Now DVD. Okay, now we are going to start about the DVD. A digital versatile disc DVD is also known as a digital video disc. It has a storage capacity of 4.7 GB. It seems similar to the CD. A DVD ROM drive is needed to read the DVD. So in the DVD, we will get the different kinds of DVDs, but the what called the storage of the DVD is much higher. That is 4.78 GB, nearly 4.7 GB is available. Blu-ray disc it is. Now we'll discuss about the Blu-ray disc. Blu-ray disc is similar to the CD, okay, and the DVD, but it has a larger storage capacity up to 24 or 25 GB. That is actually it is written 25 GB, but if you are getting nearly 24, okay. A system needs a Blu-ray reader to read it. Some of the laptop models come with the Blu-ray readers. Some laptops which are there, you can get easily Blu-ray disc reader, okay, which is very high. Price is also very high actually. Flash drive. Now we are going to read about the flash drive. Flash drives come with the various storage capacities such as the 1 GB, 2 GB, 4 GB. Like this type of flash drive are also called as a pen drives, which we can get in this way. It is very small, right? Flash drives are also often called as a pen drive. Okay. Now your explanation is over. Revision explanation is over. So I hope that you are learning the question answers and everything. So if you have doubt or something, then also you are free to contact me. So till then, that take care. Thank you. Bye bye everyone, and please keep studying.